What's going on, music makers? So today we're going to make some liquid drum and bass in Ableton Live. I used to really overcomplicate this genre, but it really only boils down to three main elements: driving drums and bass, a beautiful melodic vibe, and ambience to create an organic sound. Before we continue to the tutorial, what's one thing that you struggle with when making liquid drum and bass? Write it down in the comments below. So the first thing you need to do before you make liquid drum and bass, I think, is to have a cup of coffee on hand. Otherwise, you're just not going to get through it. Yes. I think I'm ready. The first thing to note is that we're at 175 beats per minute. Everybody knows that the drum groove is notoriously difficult to get sounding right. So here's the method that works for me. First, put the kick on the first beat of each bar, and then another kick midway through the third beat in the bar. The snare obviously goes on the 2 and the 4. I also sprinkle in a cheeky little ghost snare just before the second kick. Blimey, is that how much time I've got left? Right, I need to get a move on. The hi-hats are where the magic happens. I accent beats 2 and 4 with one hi-hat pattern, and of course a shaker for texture. I then add a ride on every beat of the bar to create a driving rhythm. This is on the crotchets. Now, the sub bass is essentially just the root note of all the chords. And I added in this extra FM style bass melody for a bit of old school drum and bass grit. I always rely on a free plugin by Spitfire Audio, which is Labs for all my pianos. It just works. So writing beautiful melodies really drives the harmonic rhythm of the piece forward. But what is harmonic rhythm? It's essentially just the rate at which the chords change. Although in this track, the harmonic rhythm is essentially just crotchets. We've got a B flat minor for one bar, A flat major for one bar. We've got an A flat major 7, 4th inversion, and then an E flat major sus2. The important thing to note is that the chord on the third beat adds tension right before the resolution on that E flat major sus2. So this keeps the harmonic rhythm interesting even though it's just crotchets. So again, I'll do a video on chord writing in the future. Don't worry if it's a bit of a blur right now. So this is future Cameron checking, and you may have noticed a small mistake when I was naming those chords. If you know what the mistake was, write it in the comments below. Yes, I use presets. Please don't sue me. It costs a lot of money to be sued. That's some oddly specific knowledge. Anyway, the trick with this is actually in the processing. I use Pro Q3 to make this sound seem really far away. Essentially, when you cut off all the lows and highs from a sound, it just leaves the mid-range, and it makes it seem really far away. It's a funny old world, innit? Anyway, there we have it. By my reckoning, we have made some liquid drum and bass in less than 5 minutes, or at least we've learnt the necessary skills to go make it happen. If you want to grab the samples from this video, then you can download them as part of the Ultimate Drum Pack. The link is in the description for that. Essentially, the Ultimate Drum Pack is a collection of loops to spark your creativity, both drums, melodies, bit of bass in there, the kind of elements that you will need to at least get some inspiration for your next track. So yes, thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe for more and leave a comment if you have any suggestions for future videos.